Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to Pre-Market Analysis Live for Friday, November the 6th, 2020. Wow, I cannot believe we're already Friday, really. So glad to have you on board. I see in the chat room, live chat room, Miss Dora. Greetings, how are you? Hello, Mr. Craig. Good morning. Wow, wow, wow. Let's see. Let's try to find our way, our path to making money this morning. So that path for the subscribers on our Discord, I posted. Really wish that I see that can get us to a good place. Thank you, Miss Dora, for confirming the audio. Trust me, that's my struggle every morning, trying to make sure that. Hey, so you may have seen me earlier. I'm tapping on the mic. I have some indicators on here on the software that does the streaming. So thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for hanging in there for this week with all the technical difficulties. Well, folks. As usual, let's maybe start by taking a look at the 30,000 feet view. I don't know, 30,000. So those cliche words, Felix. Okay, so through the indexes, typically we have been seeing this week every single day pretty much SPY, QQQ just having huge gaps. So this morning the gap is on the downside per se, not that much. I mean, SPY on here on the chart of SPY, that's where I'm currently looking at. This is the 15-minute chart of SPY we are using trading view. I mean, look at these shapes, right? It's easy to do Monday morning quarterbacking. Actually, this is how they started November. Them, step function, them, 4 consecutive days. So wouldn't you as a trader have been able to get into this to say, and actually after the first time something, if you notice a phenomenon, just apply it. You have a very high probability of making money. Again, you hear me here on this channel using these words very, very often. Yeah, high probability of, that's what trading is all about, folks. Yeah, it's not a guessing game of any type. It's really, 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 at least my approach to it is that, right? What is the highest probability of making money? Oh, I mean, yeah, this week I've been joking about, the path to 270. Yeah, your path to making money is to find a set of strategies or a set of things that you do day in, day out, which in the long run would lead you to making money consistently. And when you get that, you're home. You're home because you're just going to now start reinforcing those. Reinforcing them in what sense? Reinforcing them in the sense that, hey, if before you were using, I don't know, 2 contract, or you were buying 100 stock, now you can scale in more because you have the confidence coming from your result, not somebody else's result, because that's the other thing, right? Each one of us, this week, a lot of new traders have been coming on. Thank you, people, for subscribing to a subscription trade alert service. The question, what type of money am I expecting to? No, well, especially for us, we don't tell people, you have to sell at this stage, but we will teach you how to take scale profit. So meaning your result really will be a combination of how you interpret the teaching that we have here, the education that you're getting off of our website, off of the one-on-one coaching, off of the video. We have over 300 video, well, which, by the way, sorry, I have to do a shameful plug again. Hey, that's give you a compelling reason to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done so. If this is your first time, so we just gave you 3 arguments on how we can help you through coaching, teaching, these daily market pre-market analysis for you to take your trading to the next level. So becoming a consistent trader, consistent in the sense that you have a technique, a strategy, something that you can apply day in and day out, making money with high probability trade. Meaning when you wake up, I don't know, wake will depend if you're US side or if you wherever you're in the evening, wherever you're trading from. When the trading session begin, you know that, hey, you have probability of making money on this. If that's something that you haven't had now, I suggest to you to put that as your point of focus and go even a step further. Yeah, we have shared inside our Discord room, and I think that channel is free for everybody. Write down the setup objective, how much you want to take out of the markets every week. I kid you not. And then read that consistently. Yeah, read that every day. Read that every day. Yeah, say, okay, I need to take XYZ in amounts, in dollar amounts, or whatever currency that you're using. And because that's going to set you up, then the subsequent questions are, what are you willing to do to get to those type of results? All right, so this morning on here, taking a look at SPY, yeah, what got us into that, I don't know, motivation or whatever this is this pattern on here that they have just been stepping for 4 consecutive days. They did this for SPY. QQQ would resemble this chart almost to the T, even with even more pronounced, because QQQ has been moving more. This is it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this morning we're starting at the same place. Today's Friday, folks. So Friday, all bets are in, because from this level on here, are they going to come down and fill all of these gaps? Because we have gaps, folks, that especially the last couple of days, right? We have gaps. Are they going to come and fill them up? Are we going to push even further? So it's a trader galore, a trader like a candy store being on a Friday. You have expiration on everything. So stock that are moving are definitely going to provide a great opportunities to make money. Speaking of stock that are moving, okay, folks, let's just do a time check on here. It's currently 5:48 Pacific. No, my windows are closed, so I cannot see. I know it's pitch dark outside. I like just to say that, but it's currently 8:48 Eastern in New York and in Toronto. 8:48 p.m. in Ho Chi Minh and Singapore. So as we have traders and followers on our website from those parts of the world, so we want to give them a shout out here today, as well as in our beloved Douala, where it's currently, what time is it in Douala? It's +9 because of daylight saving time, so it's currently just 11 minutes shy of 3 p.m. in the afternoon. What will I not give to be in Douala right now? That's another story for another day. All right, for the time being, let's really dive into the matter on here. This for us is again, is our path to making money on here. So if you have been with us this week, if you haven't been with us, first of all, well, we apologize as that you couldn't find us any sooner. We need to do a better job in our marketing efforts in reaching people out there. But if you have been with us, I hope that since Monday we have had trade on Workday, we have had trade on Adobe yesterday. I think what was working yesterday? NVIDIA, I can definitely recall NVIDIA, and what's the other one? Qualcomm worked. The trade on Qualcomm worked for a little bit before the market decided to go into reverse mode as they usually do. And the time, the trading clock, folks, it's just so funny. If you are new here and we're talking about trading clock, it doesn't resonate with you. The market typically provide a window of opportunities from the opening all the way to 11 Eastern. After that, it's dicey. It's dicey, really. Trading option after 11 Eastern, it's you're working on X. So we have seen that. So on a Friday like this, same thing. So you will have from 9:30 Eastern to 11. It doesn't have to be 11 on the dots, and it depends on the stock. But we're speaking globally as for the whole market, and then. The last 2 hours, especially on Fridays, oh yeah, definitely setups are available, especially on the indexes. Yeah, so either we can day trade them on Friday for expiration today. Yes, we have shown you here on our Discord and even on YouTube. We have featured that on YouTube how we're able on SPY expiration days. We love SPY expiration day because they give us 3 of them in the week, right? Yeah, the latest one was October the 26th, was on a Monday. I'm remembering because I have that picture in my mind. I was teaching it with some of our new traders this past weekend, one-on-one coaching. 2 cents entry was 11:08 Eastern on SPY, and an hour later they were going for 30 cents. Those trades are available to you with very little risk and high reward. If you are not a fan of risk of that type, no matter how, because 2 cents, I mean, 20, you can take $20 or further. But if you want to take advantage of that, obviously for SPY, being Friday today, you can trade 8 with the Monday, November 9. Is that November 9 expiration as well? So yeah, it's November 9th or November 11th. That's the beauty in SPY, right? So as long as they are moving, we have a path into making money. Oh man, I'm really in a mood with the word a path to making money. All right, so let's dive into it. Our path to making money this morning goes through three stocks, not three stakes, three stocks. So, and we have written those in, and we're going to share that. We're going to share that. So, the first thing that I have for me, I'm going to be sharing here because that's where we are leveraging this knowledge. We're going to switch back and forth between the first one. I don't know if the order, my order 1, 2, 3, it's by order of importance. I have to apologize for that because just as they're coming, but actually Square, yeah, Square will be in the top two for sure because maybe I swap number 2 and number 3, but. In terms of the biggest opportunity, it is this one here. So several things on here to share. So Square had earnings. Yeah, oh, I'm not a post because I just thought of somebody. One of the traders here actually figured out something. He has figured out some. How do I know he gave me feedback? People give me a lot of feedback that I appreciate. So, how things are working for them. So they are using, that trader is using this quant analysis, which we have been raving about for I don't know how long now. Yeah. And remember yesterday how I hinted that hey, I need to make a video of this. So meaning that you can use this to trade stock, folks. Yeah, people use this to trade stock. Even here is an illustration because yesterday maybe if you were not with us, all right, well, shame on us. But here, let's go back to the here. What is this document? This document is studying the past earnings for about 80 stock or so. But we can do this for you for if you get yourself in on this document and you said, hey, you don't have your stock that you trade, we can definitely research them and provide similar knowledge for us. The main application of this is that after earnings, we want to see if a stock has enough movement for us to make money with a high probability. Yes, that's what again. And how do we check that? We check that, hey, by how much is the stock moving after day 1, day 2, day 3 in either direction. So days here with, so open to high will be the calls, obviously, open to low will be the put. So for Roku that we're looking at on here, for instance, we can see that, okay, Telex, you started with Roku, even though you thought you were talking. Okay, that's fine. It's okay. Roku had earning as well. Let's just talk about it. So on Roku on here, over the last few earnings, you see big numbers on day 1. Yeah. These are them. AMC means after market close. This is not the stock. The time that just so meaning this one, I think, yeah, that was the case also this time around. They had earning yesterday. So meaning this number means that this is where the first column on here, P1, this is the price at which Roku closed in each one of these days before its earning. Yeah. Notice something, folks. This is almost a linear trajectory. From each earning, actually, yeah, there was here in 2018, 18 to 51 to 36. But starting here, folks, should I invite you to the fact that, yeah, it's easy for me to say now, you can say, hey, Telex, yeah, now you're seeing it. Where were you? Because actually, I'm posting this short on YouTube. Sorry, I digressed again. People will tell me, yeah, your video is 3 months late. How does that help me now? I'm sorry, I'm cracking myself up. So, same thing this morning. I'm sure if that same trader is looking at this, is going to be saying, hey, Telex, sure, fantastic. But my friend, your teaching is 3 years late, yeah? How is it going to help me now? That Roku is already trading at $200 and something. You should have told me this when it was at 47 because look, earnings after earning 47, 58, 51, 64, 100, 141, 139, 137. Actually, Roku regressed a little bit here. The other one going to have a bit example. 165. And but for us here this morning, here's the value. The value is what? Look at this move. So last earnings in August, it was on the downside, 6%. The previous one was 6% on the upside. The one before that was minus 14% on the downside. The one before that was 8% on the upside. The one before that was 4% on the upside. 19% on the upside. These are more, folks, after the open, meaning that this is the gap, the delta gap between the close and the open, and then this is what the stock proceed into doing. So mostly Roku has been playing bullishly. How many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 8 times out of 12, Roku has played bullishly after its earning with a move of at least, when it played bullishly, at least 6%. Oh no, 4% on here. But if you do these averages, then you get big number. Now, we cannot just fall in love with, hey, it's always green. No, sometimes actually, like last earning, it was 6% in the other direction, minus 14% on the other direction. We have had minus 10%. Thus, looking at this, I go like this. Going like this, meaning that I'm excited, meaning that this is prime time for Gangsta Trade, folks. Prime time for Gangsta Trade. All we have to do, well, it's easier said than done. All we have to do is to get a feel. Yeah. And this was, let me show you the last time here, because we are saving this now instead of telling you, oh, yeah, it's going to work or anything. So let me, instead of getting excited, let me switch my screen and show you our PowerPoint with that's not going to work, my friend. Where is your PowerPoint? Oh, here we go. Excellent. Okay, so I'm waiting for it to yep. Okay, so this is the option chart of, I'm gonna go slow here. We have time. I'm gonna really go slowly to explain which stuff we're looking at, as we know that many, I don't know, more than the ones who are watching live telex. I don't know about many. So we have traders who are joining us here in the playback. So this is the Roku. This was last earning. Roku 162.5 calls, and this is how they went. So this is the first candle, 15-minute. This is actually 10-minute candle. Telex, don't assume anything. And the times here is 9:30 Eastern time. So this is telling us that the open was 38 cents, and this option went as low as 29 cents. The high was 61 cents. So from a Gangster strategy perspective, the best that we could do here is to enter it at 29 cents. But my friend, 10:50 Eastern is the same chart. It's just that I'm highlighting different times. Yeah. So this is 9:30, the entry here. This is 10:50. This is an hour and 20 minutes later. This option that's potentially you could have gotten here for 29 cents is posting a high of $3.30 after an hour and 20 minutes. That's a 10-bagger, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the question that you may have here, hey Telex, but this strike, how did it come about or anything? Let's explore that. So also from we can also guess what? We can guess also that, hey, if let's say instead of the 162, you use maybe the 165 call, it would have been cheaper. It would have been cheaper than 29 cents. Yeah, that's the other information we can infer from here. How so? Well, it's a strike further out of the money. Yeah, meaning that this one being 29, which is borderline for a Gangster. So, but 165 or even 167, they would have been much cheaper. But the direction, again, you don't need to be in the money to make big money. Remember that, right? This direction. So hence, let's say your starting point, if you were trading maybe the 165 or the 160 or even the 170 for that matter, right? They could have started maybe much cheaper. I failed to capture that. Really, that would have been great for us to study another one. But these are the one that we were trading on that day. And in this case, going to a 10-bagger like this. I saved this. Remember, I saved this thing because we were in preparation for our bootcamp, on September 7. I wanted to have a recent illustration of that. But now let's go about the thing actually. Why pick 162.5? So let's hopefully explain that. So for that, we need to switch back here. Sorry that I'm going back and forth, folks. That's the only way for me to have this data. So we need to go back to the quant analysis document that most of you have. If you attended our bootcamp, folks, and you don't have this document, just reach out to me because you're entitled to it. And if you are new, you haven't gotten it, you can get it as well. Should you find value into that. So this is so the last earning. So you saw the date there, August 7. That was the expiration. So this was the open, folks. This was the open. Yeah, this is August 5th. Yeah, the earning, but on that day, no, that's not quite true. That's not quite true for us, because let's say we are showing August 5th on here, and the expiration is August. Oh yeah, yeah. The expiration is August 7. Yeah, because it has to be just on a Friday. Yeah, so it doesn't have to match this date. I was confused a little bit, but you see the 162 call. It's not that far from the open. It was just a few dollars, and then it would cost. It was those calls were costing 29 cents at the best entry. Obviously, I remember our strategy, our technique with Gangster, because they open at what was the opening price on those options. This is so important, folks. If you can understand this on here, if not, hey, definitely that's what we take the time to teach our new traders. So it opened at 38 cents. It was as high as 61 cents. So you see the movement, right? The price discovery in those first 10 minutes, because that's the 10-minute chart that we're showing you of the option, how actually you could have taken advantage of that. But now it was just $3 away. Here we just did a study on here that typically the empirical data, the quant analysis data, is showing us that, hey, the move on Roku, it's in average more than 6%. Yeah. So if we were to apply 6% on that day here for the open, that's $9. So $9 up and down, you would have gotten yourself into almost the 170 calls as well, which would have been cheaper than 29 cents and thus making money. Oh, but I'm gonna make a brief pause on here and see if, let's say, we have any questions, any comments on this before we pursue into our path to making money today with stock number 2. Mr. Greg said they just raised Roku to 300 from 190. Why stop at 300? Make it a cool 1,000. No, analysts have a funny way of, I don't know, funny way, ha ha ha, or anything. Okay, folks. So, thus, for us, we apply this. Yeah, I need to conclude on Roku, right? Because before we move to the next one, so we apply the study on here on Roku this morning. I think I did it so early. I don't know if the price has changed. So in our Discord room, so Roku, we are going for Gangsta Trade for November 6th. 250 call, sweeping them between 1 and 25 cents. Notice that, okay, I extended the range a little bit under. So if you understand the principle of the sweeping, you will know how many contracts you need to target for in each case, right? And then for on the downside, because hey, we are no fools. We don't want to assume that, oh, because they raised the target price of Roku to 300, Roku calls only can win. Now, remember pins the other day, right? After the earnings, money actually was made on the downside. The 58 put did pay before that stock, as any good stock, ramped up again. So just keep that in mind. So the 210 puts on here, we want to sweep them between 1 cent and 25 cents as well. All right, so that's Roku on there. So I'm not sharing the screen inside of our Discord because it will just be going too much back and forth, because I want to jump to the number 2 stock on for our path to making money here today, and that is Square. For that, let me go ahead and switch my screen. You're looking at the chart of Square right now, but I want to switch my screen and go back inside of that quant analysis document, which actually, let's see, I should, oh boy, let's go on here. Okay, this is what's going on. Okay, that's fine, we're here. So these are in alphabetical order, so Square should not be that far away from Roku. All right, so folks, if you understood the principle of how this table works for any stock, just looking at the coloring here, you should be excited about Square, right? It's even a bigger opportunity because it always moves after earnings. By how much? Yeah, I mean 3%. But look at this, folks. And this one here is going to be a little bit maybe not more complex. What do you think will happen when a stock is showing us that we have a move from the open, minus 4% on the downside, plus 3% on the upside? This is a wild swing, folks. This means this is a 7%, 8% movement. Yeah. Hence, let's say if this volatility is to happen early, you're actually looking at an 8% move here in either direction, meaning my point on here is that which one happened first? Did the stock, after opening a gap up 11% after earning from 136 to 153, but did it first post a high and then retreat it? Actually, we are going to show you that, because we recorded that. We are going to show you that was the case, meaning that it was a great opportunity making money late on the put side. I think, hopefully I'm not misleading you, but we're going to switch here shortly and show you the recording of that trade. The previous earning was 9% straight up on the upside. The earning before that in February was 5% on the upside, minus almost 3%. So again, which one of the two happened first? Because depending on which one happened, however, this is a swing here of 8%. So for me, the pattern that I'm getting on here on Square is what? I'm going to leave my limit order for a long time on SPY, because it's possible, it's showing me that it has a tendency of flipping out. I mean, if let's say it's a straight up direction like in here and just gain 11% out, that's okay. Those calls they will be winning. But if for whatever reason they post a high first and then goes, you actually have the potential of winning in both directions with your Gangsta trade. So that's what makes Square our best path to making money on November the 6th, 2020, trading the Gangsta trade option. I mean, this on here. So for me, seeing this research here, just kind of, oh yeah, this is the stock that I received feedback, very nice feedback yesterday of somebody who's using that, and then he's my good friend. Well, let's leave it at that. It was we had a very funny exchange about the value of this document yesterday. So let's switch here very quickly and show you this on August the 4th, and show you actually the recording of that movement through the option chart of Square. So for that, we need to go into the PowerPoint document, I believe. All right, so that's what we are showing. You guys are seeing that. I need to get there, and then after that, I need to give you the strike for Square. So Square in August, what did Square do? What did Square do for us? Okay, I most likely have a typo, or not a typo, I mislabel something twice. So this is Disney, this is Baba. Do I have Square? Oh boy, I don't have Square. That would be a shame. Oh, we have Square. Okay, this is Square on here. All right, could we put that in presentation mode, Telex, maybe, such that it's... Oh, actually, it's not good for you guys when I put in presentation mode. I don't think so. But nobody said anything. Okay, I'm going to leave it as such. So here was August 7, 2020, 146 puts. Those 146 put, this on the left-hand side is telling us that, look at the time. So 9:45, each candle is 15 minutes. So here it's saying that the best entry here was 3 cents. And look actually, folks, what happened here. So for the longest of time, this option didn't do anything. The payout came late at 2:15. That's so meaning that it was putting in, the stock was putting in higher highs before it retreated, meaning that actually you would have been making money on the call first, and then this put eventually start paying from 3 cents to $2.68. So Square is one where we're gonna be super patient. We're gonna be stalking it. We're gonna be scrutinizing it, just biting our time. We want to make money on Square in both directions today. Yeah, this is better on camera like this. In both directions today, because we have seen that from the quant analysis that they have a propensity to change direction in earnings. Yes, that's the value of quant analysis. So which strike option are we're using this morning? The folks in the Discord already have that, they have had that for an hour now. So November 6th, 172.5 puts. We're sweeping them between 1 cent and 15 cents. So again, that's 172.5 puts. And on the call side, 200 calls, we're sweeping them from 1 cent to 15 cents. That is for Square November 6th, 172.5 puts and 200 calls. Sweep, setting a sweep between 1 cent and 15 cents. I'm excited. I'm excited. Last but not least, this one we are familiar with it. Hopefully, it's really going to come to friction. Last but not least, path to making money on November the 6th, on Friday, November the 6th, it's none other than Baba. I think I've already told you everything we need to know about Baba. All that I'm going to be doing here now, I'm going to be showing you, because that's one what Baba did on the second day, folks. It wasn't on day one. So we are on the second day of it. So on the second day, back in August, Baba, the option, the 265 calls on here, they went from 1 cent. They opened at 1 cent. Actually, yeah, they opened at 1 cent. The high was 14 cents. Meaning that, according to our chart on here on the left-hand side, the moment you enter this trade, you were already making money on Baba, because look at it. The low was 1 cent. The close was 14 cents. The high was 29 cents. And from the chart on here, I mean, difficult to see. It was always going up. Yeah. And it went as high as $2.96. How long did it take, folks? From 9:30 to 10:45. So it took an hour and 15 minutes. You saw that on, what was it, Roku? This is the anatomy of a gangster trade. When you get a feel on a gangster trade because you were able to get it at a very advantageous price, typically between an hour 30, that's where you're going to be getting your highest reward. And folks, why does that make sense? Because remember, we have exactly an hour and a half between the opening before the shenanigans starts at 11 Eastern. Doesn't get any better than that, folks. So that's your window of opportunity today on our path on how to make money on Friday, November the 6th. So for Baba, what are we trading? We made adjustment compared to, we have been tracking Baba all week long, as some of you know. So the 300 calls here, if we are lucky to get them at 1 cent, we will be elated, because that's the bias, the direction that has the bias on the calls. So 300 calls, we want to sweep them between 1 cent and 15 cents. And literally, folks, I applied, picking this track, I applied exactly the same type of moves range than for all three stocks. I applied the same type of range as the last earning. If it works out, we may end ourselves with a very nice trifecta on this Friday, November the 6th. So, oh yeah, let me spell out the calls from the strike for those who do not see our Discord. Actually, Telex, why don't you switch to Discord? That's where you share the screen. Yeah, because this is our last screen that we're going to be sharing. So let me do that. So Discord. Voila. Okay. So this is our Discord. We have a channel just for Gangster. Yeah. You guys cannot see it. All right. So Baba, November 6th, 300 calls, sweeping between 1 cent and 15 cents, and the 275 puts, sweeping between 1 cent and 15 cents. Just as a recap, Square is our best bet, literally today, in both directions. Not that we are greedy, we're just going to be trading according to the plan. Okay, folks, I do not know if I could have done anything further on here to help us make money today in this market. So I appreciate your time. I'm going to, we have 15 minutes left, such that you can set up your trade, and that's it. What else? Oh yeah, what else? Well, if this is your first time today, well, is this a reason for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel? Or maybe you want to wait to see how the results they went. I mean, not that we forgot about that. If you were with us on Monday, you've made your money already on Neo. Uncle Neo. I don't know if anybody understood that reference yesterday. Uncle Neo. If you know, actually, write it in a live chat. What is the show where I'm taking my Uncle Neo reference from? So Neo was a stock that we traded here on Monday after it gapped. And we recommended the 40, was it the 40 calls, right? Yeah, we can actually show that, and not show before. We want just to illustrate, because it's very difficult for folks to convey the idea, even on YouTube, that hey, some of the things of the success that we have been sharing here, they are actually real. I kid you not. I still get comments that, oh, that's a scam, which make me laugh. So here it was Monday, right? The 40 calls on Neo. Yesterday, Neo went all the way to $42 and a half, I believe. Those 40 calls. No, they picked, obviously. They picked, was it 2 days ago? They picked and then they came back and they were trading yesterday at $2 and a half. Once, folks, that's the whole thing, right? We said when a stock start moving, we get involved into it, meaning that either the trend continue or it goes back, and we know how to trade that. You set it up with a strangle, folks. You get set it up with a strangle. I cannot repeat that any more than I have done in the first 5 months here on this channel. So, but hey, Lord willing, I will come back on Monday, repeat it once more time so that it could help somebody out there. Until then, I appreciate everybody taking the time to be with us all of this week. It has been a little bit challenging, but hey, we are November. We continue to move forward. Thank you, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.